Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Welcome to Beyond the Routine with Spence. I am your host, Emma Spence, and my guest here tonight is Molly Korth. Molly is an assistant coach here on the Nebraska gymnastics team, heading into her first season with us. She just recently joined us this summer. Molly is a former NCAA gymnast from the University of Kentucky, and she was an 11-time All-American, 2017 SEC Freshman of the Year, 3-time SEC Academic Honor Roll recipient, and she retired in 2020. So I did my little research on you. Oh, one more thing I found out. You're from a city called Cambridge?
Yeah.
So am I.
Are you really?
Yeah.
In Canada.
Yeah, in Canada, but still.
I know. Mine's probably much smaller than yours, but
I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. I was like, wait a minute.
I
She's
know,
from
we have
Cambridge too?
something in common, except we're from two different countries. So that's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So is there anything that I missed from the introduction?
Um,
Like your life background or
my life
you wanna start with
background.
that?
No, not necessarily. One thing that you did forget is that I'm a 2020 AAI award finalist, which I
Okay.
think is pretty cool.
That is really cool.
I know. Not a lot of people can say that. So
That's very cool.
But thanks for having me, Spence. Am I Spence or Emma?
Doesn't matter.
Spence. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So first, what got you started in gymnastics?
Oh, what got me started in gymnastics? Okay, so my family, we're all pretty athletic. I have a twin sister and a younger sister. So my mom put me and my twin sister in at the same time, just wanted to have us try all the sports, just keep us busy, obviously, with twins and three young girls. She's like, I just don't care what you do, just stay busy. So she put me and my twin sister in. My twin did not last very long at all. And I just kind of went and rolled with it. And it's something that, I fell in love with right at the second I started. So it was amazing.
Cool. So one thing I remember that you were telling me, I think it was from the retreat, a
Okay.
story about, was it your youngest sister
Oh my gosh, yes.
that was
Yes.
doing gymnastics?
Yes. Okay. Do I just tell the story?
Yes,
People
I
are
think
gonna
it's
judge
so
me.
good because my family's gonna listen to this and they love it they will love it because I have two younger sisters too. So like that vibe's pretty similar or was pretty similar in my house.
Yeah. Okay. So no judgment here, anybody. No judgment. But my younger sister started in gymnastics around the same age I did. Five or six, and she did a few years in classes and was moving up the levels. And my coach at the time came to me and was like, "Hey, your sister's doing better. Like she's really enjoying the sport of gymnastics. Like, what do you think about putting her into team? Like she can be your teammate." And I looked at her. I said, "There's no way that's happening," because I wanted to be the only gymnast in the family, feel special, do all the things. And that night when we were driving home, I had told her just a story about how people could get hurt in gymnastics, and she quit immediately and
That is
cried. And
so funny.
yeah, so I ended up being the only gymnast in the family. So my story worked, but I do feel bad because I think she would have been great. But she's also almost 6 feet tall, so
Yeah.
it might not have worked out for her. But
Okay. That's fair.
I guess we'll never know. Sorry, Gracie.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's funny because my youngest sister was really, really good in gymnastics. And like from a young age, she was doing stuff like, I don't know. She was just naturally so good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like the youngest sister thing. I don't know. But she was really good. She ended up switching to double mini before retiring from gymnastics. But she's the
Wait, your
tallest
sister
one. Too.
did tramp and tumble?
Both of them did. Yeah.
No way.
So we all did artistic. And
Sure.
then, and then they ended up switching over to trampoline, like double mini
Mhm.
tumbling. They didn't really they didn't do any trampoline actually. They did double mini and tumbling though.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's
It's so
equally as hard.
it's so
as
scary.
artistic gymnastics.
Mhm.
Very scary. And it takes a lot of air awareness. But then they quit. They didn't.
Yeah, so the middle one was on the national team for that for I think about a year or two, right before COVID. And then
No way.
I know, she was so good. And then once COVID hit, everything kind of shut down and she was going into like her last year of high school. So
Sure.
she was just done.
COVID messed up everybody's lives. It's okay.
It did.
No
And
worries.
then the youngest one, she's funny because she was scared of back tumbling, but
Oh.
she like, you do the rod floor, like you got to do a lot of back
Yeah.
stuff. And at one point she would just do like whips without the back handspring because she was like sometimes scared of the back handspring. So she would
Okay.
literally do like, I don't even know, like 8, no, it'd probably be like 7 whips into her like
No,
double
so
back
many.
stuff because she
So
was scared
many.
of like
7
the
is
back
so many.
handspring.
Right.
So
But she still like double flipped off of
Mhm.
the.
And then, yeah, the double mini, she was really good. She was national champion when she was 11 years old. This
Oh
was
my
like right
gosh.
before COVID. And then she just quit, like literally won national championships and quit.
Wow. Okay. But your parents being so supportive and being like, hey, do whatever you want. Like, even though you are so good and you have, could go on with this, they were like, we'll support you either way if you want to be done with it or not.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was good. And then she went to volleyball because she rather like the team sport.
Sure.
So
Well, come to NCAA gymnastics. Team sport.
I know.
That's
That's
what
true.
you
It
needed to tell
definitely.
her.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know about NCAA at the time. Probably.
Oh yeah, because you just
I just kind of came here.
yeah, it was
But
a very quick turnaround for you.
yeah. But yeah, that was how that went. But yeah, they were both really good. It was cool.
And your younger sister still does volleyball?
Yes, the youngest one does volleyball. The middle one just does college now. Doesn't do any sports.
Just as like in university in Canada, right?
Yes.
Back home. Okay.
Yeah, she's living that college life.
Yeah. My twin sister was like a, four sport athlete in high school. Like I was off doing gymnastics, however many hours a week. And
Mhm.
she was like, okay, basketball and then softball and then soccer and then volleyball and then we're gonna do it all over again. And I'm like, she's crazy. And my younger sister was the exact same way. Like once I told her to quit gymnastics, she went off basketball, soccer, volleyball, like softball, all of the things. So
Mhm.
very athletic family.
Yeah, that's like my youngest sister too. She does like all the school sports. So like
Yeah.
there's like school basketball, school volleyball, like all
Mhm.
that kind of
All
stuff,
the
which
things.
I never did any of that because we just never had time for that.
Right. You
I
don't have
know.
time for anything.
Yeah. Did you ever have time to do that in school?
No, actually, the surprising thing about me in high school is that I would work like at my club gym for 3 hours,
Okay.
then I'd practice for another 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
like
a
my
lot.
entire night
You're
was
just there.
yeah, every single night and Saturdays. So
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, we didn't have time to do anything else.
Yes.
That's all right. Look at where we are now.
Yes.
You know,
Thriving.
thriving.
Wait, I forgot to mention this, or I guess ask, but you're from Wisconsin, right?
I'm originally from Wisconsin, and
Okay.
I've been everywhere and more since. I feel like.
Yeah.
So then Wisconsin, then I was a gymnast at Kentucky. And then I moved back to Wisconsin for a little bit right after COVID hit, like I said, mass chaos.
Mhm.
And then I moved to Pittsburgh to be a volunteer coach as I started my assistant coaching journey in NCAA gymnastics. And I was there for about a year. And then I moved to Georgia, was assistant coach at University of Georgia for 2 years. And I moved to Lincoln. So I've been all over the
Yeah,
place.
all over. Wow.
Yeah.
So, what was your last year like with COVID? Because that was 2020 was right when it happened, and
Oh
that
my
was in the
gosh.
middle of the season, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it happened in March, and I vividly remember this. We were all on the bus headed to our last regular season meet. So we didn't even make it, to postseason. And thank goodness that Kentucky had their senior night a little bit earlier.
Oh yeah.
I was very, very fortunate. A lot of kids, didn't get that closure at their home senior night, like
Yeah.
with the whole crowd and the family and everything. So I am very fortunate that I got that experience. But we were all, sitting on the bus and we knew something was coming. We didn't know to what extent it would be. But we were all sitting there and obviously we're all on our phones, on Twitter, on, Instagram, and we just see all these messages, popping up and all of our coaches were at the front of the bus, like, telling us it's going to be okay, like to calm down, nothing's set in stone.
Mhm.
And we were all sitting in the back, like, they have no idea what's coming. Like, we're already on the NCAA website, like,
Mm.
if they posted all the things. So I think we were about an hour and a half into our trip and we got the announcement that like it was going to be canceled or, at least the next meet for the next week was going to be
Mhm.
canceled. So we stopped the bus, we turn around, we go all the way back. And in that like 2 hour window from when we turned around and got back to campus, it was like, okay, we're going to go from nobody in the stands. We're going to go from canceling the rest of the season until postseason. And then you get to go to SEC championships, but nobody's going to be in the stands. And then it was like all of these things just kept adding on together. And then it was finally like, okay, we're canceling every single, winter and spring sort for the 2020 season. Like, we're so sorry. Basically, it was just up in the air, like sucks for you, sucks to be you. Sorry. And so I just remember going home and just like crying for hours and hours and hours and hours because as a senior, you have all these hopes and dreams like you've built with your team, you've built, for yourself. Like we make goals at the beginning of every season and just to see it not like finish out or to not have the ability to finish anything out was just like soul crushing, and
Yeah.
like to be able to not get any closure of, championships and postseason and doing all of the things like it's not my fault that my season was done. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
for some people when they go into, their last season, it's like, okay, if you don't do as well at your meet, then it's done and you get that closure. But that wasn't the case for us. So I think it was just that was the hardest part was that like there was nothing I could do.
Mhm.
So it was all out of my control. I mean, talk about the life lessons that I've learned, like there's
Yeah.
so many things that are out of your control, but you learn how to overcome it and just okay, it's in God's hands now, or whatever the case may be. And that was the case. So obviously, a few months after that, it was announced that all of the sophomore or juniors and down, plus the incoming freshmen, would all get another year, and not
Mhm.
the seniors. And so you're like sitting there, like, oh, what
That's
the heck?
insane.
Isn't
Why
that
would they leave the
crazy?
seniors out, do you know?
I don't know for sure. My assumption was that, they thought we all had life plans afterwards.
Like, you were just ready to be done.
Right, like I was gonna go to PA school and, my friend was gonna go to PT school, and we all had these post-grad, opportunities or internships, and they were just I think the assumption was made that, they wouldn't wanna come back for another year. Maybe that was through scholarships, maybe that was, an NCAA made decision, but,
Mhm.
yeah, I remember someone asking me today when I was
Yeah,
practicing
yeah,
today. Yeah,
yeah.
G came up to me and she was like, "If you had another year of eligibility, like, what would you do?" I was like, that would be no question I would come back. I love the sport of gymnastics, and
Mhm.
I think that's why, I decided to become an assistant coach is because my passion is just there and it'll never go away. And so I didn't get that closure, and now I'm like helping you guys, through all of that, which I think is the most special.
It is special, and we can definitely see and, like, feel that from you, which helps a lot.
Good.
That's crazy because you were good too. Like, you probably would have done really well at championships that year, right?
I know,
Like, you were
bummer.
good.
I know, bummer. That's
Wow.
that's what I wish, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It is what it is, and I had a great senior year leading up to it, and
Mhm.
accomplished as much as I could accomplish in
Yeah.
those short 3 months. And the craziest thing about that too is like my class was the Maggie Nichols, was you know what I
Yes.
mean, like Kyla Ross, like we were all in that boat, and they were phenomenal collegiate athletes. So like the ability to have all of us come back for another year, I mean, probably would have been amazing, but we
Mhm.
can all that, we can share that commonality with each other. And, it's just a bummer. But now Kyla's, coaching in the NCAA, and we all have that to share. So,
Yeah, that's cool. So, you said you were doing, like, the PA/PT route.
yeah.
How did you go from that to in Nebraska being a coach?
Yeah, right. Very big
Very
switch.
different.
So I went into college, and that was my goal. Like I was going to be a PA, I was going to go into sports med, like do all of the things because I just love athletics and I love helping people, and I know the joy that sport brings to people, and so I wanted to help others get
Mhm.
healthy and
Yeah.
be able to bring that joy back into their sport. So that was my entire goal. I took every single pre-med course you could take, which good
Wow.
for me, right? um so I started doing that, and then I did all the PA shadowing hours. I would go into hospitals on my weekends, like my off days,
That's
and
a
I
lot.
know, just shadow. So I was on that route indefinitely, and COVID hit, and I was like, okay, I'm still gonna do this. I'll take a little bit of a break. I'll finish out my graduation year. So I graduated high school early. So I actually graduated college in December.
Okay.
So I had that whole fall semester to like really really focus on school. Unfortunately, that was still when the world was shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going into my last semester, and applying, taking the GRE, applying to all these PA schools, and the PA schools, and any, hospital, internships that you could apply for, or any nursing jobs, like getting my
Mhm.
CNA. It was all in a hiring freeze because of COVID. They couldn't take this influx of people, they couldn't train them, there wasn't the people to do it. So I was like, oh, do I really want to put my life on hold? Indefinitely. It was started as 6 months, then it was 12, then it was 14. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. So I went back home. I moved back home for a little bit, and I coached what used to be my old club gym.
Okay.
And I coached a couple of level 9s and 10s. And I actually had, went to nationals that year with one of my club gymnasts. And I was like,
Oh, cool.
okay, so I really like this. I
Mhm.
enjoy coaching. Like I said before, like my passion was still there for the sport because I never got that closure of like, okay, now this is my final routine. Now I'm done.
Mhm.
So I was just like itching for more of that.
Yeah.
And so I went back to the JO, club route, and it just wasn't enough for me. I was like, it's so exciting, but I know there's more in college athletics for me.
Mhm.
Um, and so my old teammate actually was a graduate at Pitt, and she said, they were looking for a volunteer, and it just like the pieces just fell into place. Me and my dad traveled out to Pittsburgh, and we were there for like, I don't know, 3 days. And within the next 3 weeks, I was like moved in a
Yeah.
house in Pittsburgh. Like it was so fast. So I made my decision pretty easily. Like this is the route I wanted to take. And volunteer coaching was hard,
Yeah, I
was really
bet.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had the entire college schedule, you were gone traveling every weekend in season, and you were doing like the 20 hours a week. And all of those things. And on the same note, I was working also another coaching job
Yeah.
that took up a lot of my other time. So it was really hard, but it was so worth it. I met such great people at Pittsburgh, and I'll have lifelong friends there and mentors there that I really enjoy. And then obviously moved on to Georgia, and now I moved on to Nebraska, and so that's just kind of how my path went. But it was it was very one
Yeah.
ended to the other, but I don't regret it at all, and I really enjoy what I do, and I enjoy coming to work every day with the people surrounding me. So
That's
especially
good.
you guys.
Yes.
I enjoy you
We
guys
love
a
having
lot.
you. Also, just to share with people listening, today we were doing stick drills on the tumble
Yeah.
track. We were doing our 1.5 sticks, and Molly's like, "Can I join with you guys?" We're like, "Yeah." So then you literally stuck 5 1.5s in a row. No
Yeah.
one else on our team could stick them. That's
Yeah.
why we had to do so many. And Molly just goes up, and every time she did, she's just sticking them.
Yep. Took my shoes and my socks
Yeah.
off, and I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, we had the discussion yesterday too, and they were, I joined in just for fun, and they go, well, when's the last time you did a round off 1.5? I was like, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. And
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I stuck the first one. And
Yeah.
so it's just like in me.
Yes. No, that was
Yeah.
so impressive.
Yeah.
And it makes it so much more fun because it's like, okay, like you get what we're doing because
I know.
you're literally able to just do it with us if
I
you
know.
want to.
I know. And it's fun. It makes you guys like more engaged. It makes me more engaged. And it's just like, if someone's putting in the hard work with you, like it's easier to do yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm always willing to do it. Like I think I'm gonna do the conditioning circuit this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't hold me accountable. Hold me accountable.
Yes,
Okay, and I'll
okay.
do it with you guys.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. That'll be nice.
I
Because
know.
yeah, it's definitely nice because then it's like, okay, they at least like not that you don't understand what we're going to,
Right.
but like for us, it's like, okay, she actually understands what
Yeah.
we're going through because she's actually doing the
Right.
workout with us.
I mean, it's different for me to come up to you guys and say, I know what you're going through because I was a gymnast in your exact same shoes 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also different if I'm doing it with you.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's good. I'm
Good.
glad that we can be on the same understanding and the same page. So
Yes. So, do you think, I was just thinking this as you were talking, if you had that senior, like your last meet, knowing like, okay, this is my last meet, do you still think you'd get into coaching?
I don't know. That's such a good question. I do think that like God has a plan for everything, right? So somehow, some way, maybe I would have found myself back into this position,
Mhm.
like here in Lincoln, coaching you guys, like it just would all fall into place. I think that if I would have gone to PA school and I would have done all of those things, gymnastics still would have had a huge place in my heart. Like I definitely would have found time to,
Mhm.
whether it was continue coaching, whether it was to do camps in the summer, whether it was, to choreograph at a local gym near me.
That's
Like
true.
I do think that gymnastics was always going to be a part of my life, no matter what.
Mhm.
I am glad it's in this capacity though. Like it is encasing my entire life, right?
Yeah.
And just to be able to come to college athletics and see like all of the different sides of the gymnastics piece, I think is like what has grown so much on me too. Like when you're an athlete, all you see is the front side of it, right?
Yeah.
Like the pretty leotards and the glitter and the hard work and the sweat, and then you go as a coach behind the scenes and you're like, okay, how do we get here? Right?
Mhm.
Like, how do we start with a freshman coming in who knows literally nothing about this to a senior who is so decorated and, just loves what she's doing and loves being here, and like hearing your experience at UNL and like how it shaped you into a person. Like, that's what I do, right? Like,
Mhm.
I'm a coach to help you become a better person in the 4 years you're here. And that's just what you don't get as an
Yeah.
athlete. And so that's why I think that like this was always going to be some sort of, passion of mine. And like I was going to find myself here no matter what.
Yeah, that's so special. Oh, I love
know.
that. Have
So
you ever
great.
thought of like judging? Because I know like some people, because like I
Oh my
don't
gosh.
really know what I'm gonna do with my life, but some people are like, oh, you can coach, you can judge. I'm like, I'm not gonna judge. Would you ever judge?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So technically with like some beam assignments, I'm already
That's
judging you,
true.
right?
That's true.
Can we consider it?
Yes.
Well, let's consider it that way.
Yes.
I don't think I would ever actually take the judging exam and put on the jacket and sit
Yeah.
down and do the whole
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, if it comes to, a decision where it's like this would really benefit the team and would benefit our girls, no matter what, I would do it wholeheartedly if it was going to benefit everybody.
Mhm.
That is a lot. Judges don't get very nice comments online either.
No, they don't. And like, yeah, like massive credits to Allie.
Massive credits to
She's
Allie.
on our team and she's a judge and she's great. If I ever have a question about like anything in my routine, I just ask Allie and
I
she
know.
tells me right away. But
I know sometimes when I'm coaching her on beam, I'll be like, oh, I'll give her this correction. And sometimes I'll be like, but you already knew that, right? Because you're a
Yeah.
judge and you like know. And then she'll look at me and she'll be like, yeah, I already know You know?
Yeah, no, that's so cool because
I get so nervous sometimes too because I'm like, ooh, did I get that right? I so got that right because Allie's nodding her head too.
Yeah.
She's just like a little backup.
That is so impressive. Like, yeah, I know even during like over the last few years she's been here, like on a weekend she'll go to like a meet and like
I
just
know.
judge. And I'm like, that is just like the dedication to do that
Yeah, the time and effort that you need to
and
put
just
in.
understanding gymnastics like
Exactly.
so well, like all the parts of it, the ins and outs, the code. Cause I still don't even understand the code. Like, I don't know. Like, even the other day, you're like, do you have enough skills in your beat routine? I was like, I don't know. And you start counting and you're like, and I was like, I don't know. If you say I do, I do. If you say I don't,
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's my fault that like I need to know what you.
No,
have
but we
in
were
your
good.
budget. We were all good.
We were good. I did have
Everything's
enough
good.
skills. That's crazy.
Yeah, so don't worry.
No, we're good. We're good.
Everything's fine.
That is really cool.
Yeah. You don't want to judge at all?
No, I feel like I would feel bad. Like I'd be like, oh, but they tried. Like, no, I'm not even kidding. Like,
They tried.
I'd be like, no, but like they really put in the effort. Like they were fighting for that handstand. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. And I feel like I'd be the opposite. I'm
Really?
Like, you really couldn't hit that handstand, like -5. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like
no,
I'd
I
be
could
that
see you
other
doing
way.
that though too.
I know, just being a little bit too tough on them, I'd lose my judging license within seconds.
And
but-
I would be the opposite. I'd be like, well, they tried their best. Or like, you know, like someone falls and they like kind of cry. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, I feel so bad. So it's like, okay, maybe I won't deduct as much as I should. I don't know. So I just don't think I would be a good judge. And I just don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll leave it off the table for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break here. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Spence. We'll be back just after this break.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop! Woohoo!
Dude, you should be on American Idol. You really think so? No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Oak Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at Oak Street Carpet.
Oak Street Carpet.
1732 Oak Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine with Spence. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and I'm here with my guest, Molly Korth. I kind of wanted to ask this in front of the mic because you just mentioned it. What skills do you think you are going to be trying in the gym potentially this week? Because last week you did the 1.5s on tumble track.
Yeah, we started real light with those. Real light.
Honestly, not that light. You were still twisting.
I mean, yeah, I did a lot.
You did a lot, and you were sticking a lot.
I know. I think it depends on any team activities that we do.
Okay.
Right.
Is there like an event you want to specifically?
Oh my gosh, I think I should stick with beam just because that's like my comfort zone right now. Stay on tumble track. I don't know if Sam makes me do stick drills with you guys on floor. Maybe that'll happen too.
Yeah.
So he asked me, remember when you guys were like doing the cross tumbling like
Oh,
sticks, and he
yes.
asked me, and
I
I
didn't
was
know he
like,
asked you. That would be scary.
yeah,
I
it was
hate doing
very scary.
Not that I hate doing those things, but those things scare me
Yeah, I
because
know.
I do 1.5 to my
I know,
stomach.
you get scary. in
Yeah, I
those.
do.
So if maybe I'll do those next time, but I need like at least a 15-minute warning, and then I
Yeah,
can like get
and
my
like mentally prepare.
mentally prepare. Yeah,
I get that.
like stretch maybe. I need to start stretching now
Yeah,
before
that's
I do all
true.
these things. Like
That's true.
I'm
Were you
old.
sore?
Like the insides of my knees were a little sore.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do lift weights every day, so like maybe it was
Okay.
from that. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll see.
Another thing, I just remembered this too, is when you guys play volleyball with us, that is so fun.
You guys, I laid down my life for volleyball.
Yes.
Were you on my team? You were on my
Yes.
team.
You saved our team.
I was the lone savior of that
Yes.
volleyball team.
Yes.
We played this like blind volleyball situation in the gym because we just, of course, we go to Nebraska, so we try to be, the best at volleyball at all sports. So all of us would like do volleyball or whatever, and the coaches, me and Sam, went in last time. What was it? 2 weeks ago, Friday maybe.
Probably about 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. Our team did not win.
The team was not good.
Our team was
We were not working together.
No, we were not working together. It's gonna get better though. I think you guys practiced.
We
a little
practiced
bit.
and we won.
Yeah,
for
and
the
then you
first
guys
time ever.
won. Yeah, so I think next time we play,
We need to do
which
that this week.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll
We
try to
need
get Sam on it
We need a rematch.
for sure. We need a rematch. I'm not good at losing at all,
No.
so I really need to redeem ourselves.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
glad
that's
we're on
fun.
the same page.
Yeah, that definitely makes it more fun. Like you said before, when you guys join in, it just makes it so much more fun.
I know,
And the
right?
volleyball definitely.
Because then we're all yelling at each other and like not yelling like we're angry at each other, but it's just good communication,
Mhm.
with all of us,
Yes.
including the coaches. So
And
really
then
fun.
Brian was like
The
one
ref.
of the refs, and then Tom even came in with the mic.
Yeah, Tom was on the mic, like commentating the entire volleyball game that we were doing, back and forth. It was hilarious.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. But I think Heather was gone, so
Yeah, that's probably why we were able to do it for so long because we did it for like an hour or
we
two.
were doing it for a really long time.
You were locked
And we
in.
just kept going like, one more
I know.
round,
'Cause every time we lost, we were like, again.
again. We're gonna win this time.
And then we lost like 4 times.
Yeah, and then we didn't win. Like every time we said we were gonna win, we didn't.
Yeah. And then people got mad, and then we weren't working together at all.
Yeah, and then it needed to stop. So
Yeah.
rematch
That's
coming.
okay. We're ready. We practiced.
Yeah, rematch is coming this week.
Yes. All right. So moving on. What have your thoughts been on Nebraska so far?
Oh, my thoughts on Nebraska. So I just moved here, in July?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been here not even, maybe about like 5 months now, 4
Yeah.
months. Lincoln is great. I love the city. It reminds me a lot like my hometown.
Oh, good.
It reminds me a lot like Madison, where both my sisters went to school. And I'm just so glad to be back in the Midwest, honestly. Yeah, being gone for so long, you forget that Midwest nice and just like the
Mhm.
sense of community and the family quite literally everywhere you go. And that's just what I've missed most. And I've come back, and you noticed it more when you come back because you've been gone for such a long time. And I feel like when you grow up here, it's like you don't know any different. But gosh, everybody's just so nice, like it's just the Midwest nice. And everybody, at the gym, and all the support staff, and people at UNL athletics like are the same way. So
Yes, the
they're
people here are so good.
oh my gosh, they're amazing. Yeah. No, and I just love the city. Like fall here is absolutely beautiful. Like the trees changing and everything. I'm excited for our first snowfall. Probably, not any of the ones after that, but the
Yeah,
first
the first one's always good.
the first snowfall is always beautiful, and just to have a white Christmas again, I'm just excited.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so far, Nebraska, well, Lincoln has been great. UNL athletics has been equally as amazing. Being in the Big Ten for the first time, being an athlete in the Big Ten, or I wasn't,
Yeah.
or I wasn't a coach in the Big Ten. So coming back and doing this for the first time, like I was in the SEC, I was in the ACC. So just getting a different side of that too, like in the Big Ten, super excited for.
Mhm.
And yeah, Nebraska's just been great. I mean, I think that they take care of their people. They do a really good job of that.
Yeah.
They take care of the facilities. Like, I feel like you guys, get everything and more, not necessarily handed to you. I mean, you guys earn it and you work really, really hard, but I just feel like they cover all the bases. They don't really miss anything.
Yeah.
And they just do such a good job of providing and like caring for the athletes. And you really do not get that everywhere. So you guys are very, very lucky.
For sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
the people here are amazing, and then the things that we get given to us or provided for us,
Mhm.
it's everything we need, which
Well,
is
yeah.
amazing.
I mean, talking about the community piece too, like the fans here, we obviously go to the football games, and not a single seat is empty, and whether they win or they lose, like rain or shine, everybody's sitting there, everybody's in their seats cheering. And same thing for volleyball. Like I've been to a few volleyball games now too, and every seat in Devaney is packed, and
Mhm.
they're obviously Nebraska volleyball is incredible,
Mhm.
but the fans are awesome, and everybody's on board and cheering, and it's just a fun environment to be in, and I'm excited for gymnastics season for sure.
Yeah, oh, it's gonna be so much fun because yeah, we compete in Devaney, which is where the
Mhm.
volleyball
Mhm.
is, so it'll be really cool. What was your first, like, game day experience like, your first football game here?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be honest, my game day experience, so my first ever Nebraska football game was the one against Colorado.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Nice.
hands down my favorite football game I've ever, ever, ever been to. Like, and I was
Yeah.
at Georgia when they were winning national championships, right? Like,
Mhm.
and now coming to Nebraska, and especially being my first one, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
that's a good
don't
one.
really have anything to compare it to, but oh my God, was it awesome? Like, and it was a night game too, obviously
Yes.
Colorado, like, and we beat them so bad, which was, I
Yeah.
think, made it so much better. But, no, I mean, just like walking in and, you're sitting there 2 hours before the game. Every single seat is already packed. Like they're so excited. Obviously, it was like the second game of the year. So the weather was beautiful, and just like the atmosphere of the game was like unreal. Like if I could go back to that day and live it a million times over again, I would. It was awesome. And obviously I sat with Heather, our head coach, and her being the tradition
Yes.
quite literally of Nebraska and Nebraska football. I mean, she knew every single word to every single song and cheer that was playing, and spending that with her for the first game, I think just like made it all the much better, because she was just such a great person to, she's so knowledgeable about all of the
Mhm.
tradition and stuff too. And that's what makes Nebraska so special, is the tradition, right? And so
Yes, for
when you
sure.
have someone sitting there with you being like, well, this is what we do, and we've sold out 400 games plus, and all the things. I mean, it was so awesome. So
Yeah, that would be good. Honestly, I wish I sat beside Heather at some point because there's still a lot of things that happen, and I just have no idea what's going
yeah.
on. Like,
Yeah,
a
now
lot
I'm
of the
like,
time, I just
I'm in it. Like all the cheers now, I got down. Like, the Scarlet and Cream song, I got down. Like we're
Yeah,
good
yeah.
now.
Have you seen, like, when they take off their shoe and they start, like,
Yeah.
kicking, like, all that kinda stuff? Like,
I
I'm just like, "Why'd they
Yeah.
take their shoe off?"
Student section goes crazy.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm on the other side
Okay,
of
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, your student section goes hard. Goes hard for sure. And the boneyard, that's
Mhm.
what they call themselves,
Yeah,
right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I think I did a paper on it, actually.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, they're great, and
Yeah.
they follow with all the tradition too. So that's
Yes.
just makes it so special.
Oh, yeah. It's super cool. Like, and there was the light show then, right? Because it was the
Oh
night
my
game?
gosh, then
That
there
was
was the
so
light.
cool. I
Oh my
love
gosh,
that.
and Heather was screaming. She was so excited. The light show is pretty awesome there with the fire and everything like
Mhm.
that. And like the flashlights or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
tell me about your first game day experience. Do you even remember?
Yes, I was so confused. I
So
went with, like
'cause
I was
first ever
so confused.
football game yeah.
First ever like, I don't even watch it on TV, nothing. Like, I
Right.
just showed up, first time in my life watching
You were like,
football.
why are 90,000 people here?
First of all,
For
yeah, I was
what?
like, "What?" And it felt like I was in the movies. Like, it's like, I'll see that kinda stuff on TV, and it
Right.
literally just felt like a movie, and I kept sending videos to my family, and they were saying the same thing, like,
Yeah.
it looks like a movie, like, the beginning when they had, like, all the cheerleaders and the
Uh-huh.
bands and, like, all that, and I was like kinda, like, giving High School Musical vibes, but I know,
Right.
like, that wasn't football, but I was still like, "Wow,"
Right.
like, everyone's
Well,
matching
and
in
you have
there.
like 90,000 people saying the exact same thing,
Yes.
screaming it in the stands. Like it's literally, quite literally, an out of body experience. It's
Yes.
awesome.
I was just yeah, I really did not know what I was, like, walking into either because
Right.
everyone's like, "Let's go to a football game." I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure."
Mhm.
And, like, I sat down, first of all, I was like, "Hey, yeah, there's so many people here."
So many.
And then it got so loud,
Mhm.
and, like, I just had no idea what was going on. Not to say that, like, I understand football now, because I don't fully, but I understand a lot more than I did,
Right.
and I was just so confused. And then the game kept stopping because now I understand, like, they stop, but,
Right.
like, they
They
just
stop
kept
often.
stopping, and
Yeah.
I was like, "What is going on?"
It's like literally not like anything else you've seen
No,
before.
no,
Right.
but it was a really cool experience. I think I probably only went to, like, 2 my freshman year because I
Well,
was just
if you
like
have no idea what's going on,
no
it's
idea what's
not that
going on.
enjoyable.
It made me so overwhelmed and overstimulated, like,
Yeah.
I was just, like couldn't talk to anyone because I was like, "There's so much going
I
on."
know. And you're trying to focus and like learn the game of football, which is the hardest thing to do while you're sitting in the stands.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Without the commentators on TV, like you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and then, like, a lot of the girls were trying to explain it, like, Gigi, Simp, like all the girls from
Right.
Texas, they're like, hey, this is how it works. And I'm like,
now you have 10 people trying to explain the game of football, probably all saying it in different ways. And you're
Mhm.
like,
and then all the chants and the shoes are coming off, and people are like, and I'm just like, what is going
all the chants? Yeah.
Like, it was just, no one prepared me for that, and no
Yeah.
one like gave me a heads up about like anything.
So what do you think now? I know you don't have really anything to compare it to, right? 'Cause
No.
this is the only one you've been to.
Yeah. I think it's cool. Like, I think it's really cool. And like sometimes I'll see it on TV, like other games and like NFL games. So now I kind of understand more what's going on. I'm like, hey, that's just how American football is.
Right.
Like, it's not just like it is like, okay, some things are just a Nebraska thing, but like
Right.
overall, I'm just like, okay, that's how football works. Now that
Right.
makes a little bit more sense. But
I mean, Nebraska does it. We're one of the best ones that to do it like that.
yeah, that's what's crazy. I don't even know. Like, I have nothing else to really compare it to. So I'm
Right.
just like, it's
Oh,
cool.
this is normal.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Heather says too, because obviously she's
That's
been here
true.
for ever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And she told me that exact same thing. She was like, "So what do you think?" I was like, "It's great. It's amazing. Like,
Mhm.
what are you talking about?" She's like, "Well, this is just normal for me." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "That's great.
Yeah.
That's so great." Because I've been to plenty of other football games, and she just wants us to be the best, and I think we are. In that
Mhm.
department. So.
Yeah. It was crazy. Overall amazing experience, but yeah, I was so lost. And I remember I was just so like overwhelmed and overstimulated that like I couldn't even go back like every week. I was like, this is too much.
It's way too much.
Yeah.
TV is better though.
I do
think
like it
too.
because then they explain it and then it makes
Yeah.
more sense to me. And then they have different lines.
You have the lines.
The
Oh,
lines make so
those are
much more
so
sense.
helpful.
Yes.
So helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have like anything like that in Canada.
We actually have the CFL, which is a Canadian Football League.
Oh,
I didn't know about that until probably like my freshman, maybe sophomore year here. I
Right.
found out that was a thing. And I did go to a game probably 2 summers ago.
Okay.
It was a lot smaller than this.
Sure.
And that's crazy because that's like our CFL, which is like the Canadian version of the NFL, but it's a
Right.
lot smaller. There's a lot less teams, and there's a bunch of different rules in football. Like the field's longer, and there's just like a bunch of different. So like, not that I understood what was going on either,
Right.
but the vibes were just like different.
Different.
It wasn't as big of a deal. The stands weren't as big.
Right.
Like the
So now
stadium
you have
wasn't
that
as
to
big.
compare it to. So now you
Yes.
just know that this is better than.
So
Canadian
yes,
football.
definitely. There's just a lot more fans, a lot more support.
So hockey is the biggest sport in Canada then.
Yeah, I would say this
For
would
sure.
probably be compared to a hockey game, but I've also never really been to a professional one. So
No, we have to go to the
the Lincoln Stars one.
Yeah, we have to go to
Mhm.
one of those.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
I understand hockey so much better. Like, it just makes so much more sense in my head.
Right.
Yeah. All right, we are heading into our last break. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Spence and Molly Korth.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine with Spence. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and I'm here with my guest, Molly Korth, Nebraska women's gymnastics coach. So, this is going to be your first year with Nebraska. This is going to be my last year with Nebraska, which is so crazy. Sad. What do you think is going to happen? How do you think the season's going to go?
What do I think is going to happen? I think we're going to have a great year. I think we're going to have a great season. Obviously, the first, 2 months of preseason have gone by, and me and Sam have kind of, gotten our bearings down a little bit and, got our feet wet and just kind of getting to know you all and how the team operates. And I think it's going to be a great year. There's so many things to look forward to. Just with this big senior class that has so much experience, the underclassmen that I think are really going to start putting things together and make everybody whole. And so I'm just excited. I'm excited for season. It's an exciting time of the year. And it's just what we work so hard for, right? There's these 4 months that you work the rest of the year for. And, you just want to do your best. I know we have some lofty goals and, I think everybody's on board with all of the goals and they're just you guys are just working so hard. So it's really refreshing to see just a big group of 20 people come together, and just have this like-minded of, we're going to go crush it this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes,
I'm excited.
I'm super excited. And even we have the inner squad coming up before Thanksgiving, the inner squad before Christmas. I think that's going to be a really good just experience for everyone to kind of feel what it is. Because we also have some transfers coming in. So for a lot of people, it's going to be their first time competing for Nebraska on this team.
Yeah, we definitely have a decent amount of new people, which I think can be hard, especially when you when you go into this, big intimidating beast that is season and, you're competing every single week for 14 weeks straight. And to be able to bounce off of each other with the positivity and with the, okay, we're going to do this again and again and again and again. And how are we going to be successful? I think it could be hard with a bunch of new people. But I think you guys are going to adjust well and, we're all just going to work together. Cause like I said, we have one goal that we have in mind and we're going to do anything we can to get it. So it's going to be great.
Is there a specific meet that you're looking forward to?
Okay. So I'm really obviously Big Ten championships and just any championship in general, I think is the most fun meet of the year. You get to see all of these other people that, you watch on TV or, you hear so much about, and just to be able to in the same arena of people that are really great, like Michigan's winning national championships, UCLA is
Mhm.
winning national championships, like with all of the big, the new Big Ten teams now too. Like it's just going to be elevated, and I'm so excited for us to get into that competitive environment and just be one of the best teams out there. Like that's what I think I'm most excited for. But obviously, I'm excited to go back closer to my roots. Like I'm from Wisconsin. Fortunately, they don't have a gymnastics team, but Minnesota's pretty close. Illinois is
Yeah.
pretty close. So I'm just excited to travel around the Big Ten, and like I've been to a couple of the arenas before, but
Oh, good.
just with a
Yeah.
team that's like conditioned and like ready to go and have been there before and just know the drill. So I think Big Ten championships. It's in Ann Arbor this year. So do
Yes.
you think it's gonna snow?
Um, when is that? February?
March?
Maybe. There's a chance.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think last year. I think there was maybe some snow on the ground last year because it was in
Michigan.
Michigan State.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michigan State. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Oh my gosh. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I love the Michigan ones because then my family can come.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
they just like drive across the border for
Yeah,
them. So I'm
super
super
easy.
excited. And we got 2 this year, so they'll be able to come to at least 2 away meets. So
Yeah.
it'll be really fun.
That'll be awesome. What are you most excited for? I know travel with the girls is always so like with your teammates, you
Mhm.
get the whole travel experience and the bus and the plane trips and the more buses and
Yeah.
the hotel rooms. I mean, traveling with your teammates, I think is just the best.
I think the traveling's fun. I'm excited. Aren't we going to Florida this year?
Are
I've
going
never
to
been to
Florida.
Florida before.
We're also going to
I was gonna say I've
Nashville.
never been there either.
Nashville's a fun one.
I'm very excited for those 2. Senior night. I'm excited for senior night. That's gonna be fun, and then my family's coming to that one too. So
Yeah. So we
that'll
have
be
senior
good.
night and alumni night. So that'll be a big one.
Yes.
Yep. And
Yeah,
we'll
the
have
2 in
the
1.
quad meet that meet. So
Mhm.
it'll just be a lot going on. It'll be a fun weekend. We
Yes.
have stuff going on every single day for all of you guys. So that's gonna be a really good one to come to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like you said, Big 10 championships is gonna be a good one. There's gonna be Big 4. Usually it's Big 5 championships, but now Big 4.
We're in Columbus for that
And
one.
that'll be interesting because we're against a school like UCLA, which we're not
UCLA.
usually against.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be cool. I think just overall, adjusting to the new schedule, the new
Yeah.
schools that we're competing against, and just competing with this new team. I
Yeah.
think we have a lot of energy. Like when I think of energy on the team, like Naya, that
Yeah.
girl is just so excited to compete
Oh,
here
yeah.
and be here. And I'm just so excited to see those newer girls on the team compete and just be successful and enjoy
Yeah.
the experience.
Yeah. No, like I think you said, like a lot of them that are incoming and that are new are coming either they're freshmen or they're coming from a place where, you didn't get this big spotlight that is the Big Ten.
Mhm.
And so I think them coming here and just realizing, I mean, gymnastics is a big deal everywhere, but you're under the spotlight here, especially. And I can't wait for them to like thrive under it because the people we did get, Naya and the Reese Beckleys, they are
Yeah.
going to like thrive under that pressure and under the spotlight. And I'm just really excited for them. I know they've already come out of their shell, but their competitive shell and,
Yes.
to be able to come and, just exude the confidence that is them is
Mhm.
something I'm really, really excited for. I'm also excited for your senior class, to finish it out in one last time in the 5 meets we have in Devaney. And I'm excited to see you guys just compete, and just
Yeah.
enjoy yourselves because I think that's the most, fun part of season 2 is just like you only get it one more time. So enjoy, like it's so cheesy, but enjoy every moment,
Yeah.
right? You guys do such a great job of that, of just like being one together and just smiling through it all,
Mhm.
no matter what adversity comes or, what's going to hit us next. It's just like, okay, we're going to smile, we're going to do it together, and then we're going to move on from it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys, especially.
Yeah, I can't believe how many seniors there are this year.
Ye
Like there's gonna be a lot of us,
Yep.
but
And there's
it'll
going to
be good.
be a rebuilding year, but
Yeah.
we're in the moment now. We're in the
Yes,
moment. We're
yes.
thinking about it here and now. So it's going to be good. We have five home meets.
I honestly don't know.
5 home meets. Don't
Yeah.
worry, Spence. I got the schedule
Yeah.
down. I got the schedule down. Is there one team in particular you're like so excited to compete against? Just in general?
I wouldn't say one specific one, but like the Big 10 bigger competitions because there's a lot of Canadian girls like at Iowa, at Minnesota. Like there's just a bunch of them. So
Yeah.
when we all get together, I think that's gonna be really cool.
I know you got to bring your Canadian flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll bring it. We'll get a picture of you guys. I'm excited for you guys to compete in Florida.
Yes. That's gonna be super cool.
Oh my gosh.
I've never
And we're
been.
on Friday Night Lights.
Really?
Yep. So
Oh.
it's big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah. It's all their arena is really fun. very big, very,
Mhm.
you know, spotlights everywhere.
Yeah.
Lots of people, like 10,000 people. So you guys are going to be great. Who do you think is going to be the best under pressure besides yourself, obviously?
On the team,
Mm-hmm.
Soph's really good under pressure.
Soph's
I'll
really
give that
good.
to her. She's really good under
She
pressure.
can handle it.
Yeah.
All right. Go Spurs.
All right. Yeah. Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
That's a wrap on tonight's show. Thank you for listening. This was Beyond the Routine with Spence. I was your host, Emma Spence, and my guest was Molly Korth.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.